Ah, yes. This music is so relaxing. Love it. Anyways, let's get into Dr. Fetus's Mean Meat Machine. And, oh man, I don't think I can not laugh when saying this name. It's just, it's hilarious. The name of this game is hilarious. I love it. Okay, so for some of us older gamers, the name of this game might bring up some older memories of another one. Yeah, it's definitely a play on Doctor Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and it basically takes the gameplay mechanics of that, which is Puyo Puyo basically with boss battles, and for this one, Doctor Fetus's Mean Meat Machine, it's Puyo Puyo with environmental hazards. Yes, this game is crazy, and it is awesome. Also, now that I've said like what this game is similar to and how it plays, I've been reading a lot of stuff on the internet. As far as reviews and content creators saying that, oh, this is like Tetris. It plays like Tetris. Obviously, it's not. Like, I don't understand. These people need to get their gamer cards revoked. This is this is Puyo Puyo with environmental hazards, plain and simple. It's fucking nuts. I don't understand it. They have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, this puzzle game is brought to us by Team Meat. Yep, that's the name of this development house, Team Meat. And for those of you that don't know, they've been around for a while, and they've released some games, some pretty damn awesome games. Their first one, Super Meat Boy, I think it was released in 2009, 2010, something like that. And it's kind of a platformer puzzle game, and you bet you can die in one hit, but with unlimited lives, I mean, that's the gameplay loop or hook, so you want to say, and music is well done, and it's just addicting. You just gotta play it. If you haven't, you need to play it. Definitely need to play it because it had a sequel called Super Meat Boy Forever, and basically the same thing for just more levels. And both games are great. If you haven't tried any of those, if you haven't played any of those, play it. They're great. And now here we are. Dr. Fetus's Mean Meat Machine. And it's glorious. It is glorious. That's all I gotta say. It's glorious. All right. So this game actually has a story, and it's pretty damn crazy, but I love it. So this takes place after Super Meat Boy Forever. You find out that Dr. Fetus has cloned Meat Boy from the previous game, and he did not get a good enough DNA sample, so the clones have come out less than perfect, pretty much grotesque, and that's where you get these meat blobs, the different colored ones, the Puyo Puyo blocks, so to speak. And as you're going through the levels and whatnot, you'll trigger evolutions. You'll get better clones, so therefore you'll get different colored meat blobs for the levels. And the levels, if you look at them, they're test chambers built by Dr. Fetus. So he wants to, test his clones out, and that's what explains the environmental hazards. And something else cool is if you just stop and look on around the playing field, the forest, you'll see cardboard cutouts of squirrels, trees, other junk. It's Team Meat games are just crazy, and you just gotta love it. All right, so speaking of the test chambers, you can enable checkpoints or disable them. To get to a checkpoint, you have to fill up the gauge on the side of the level, and then once the gauge fills up, you will bust one of these capacitors. I think they're capacitors. They kind of look like them, And once you bust all the capacitors for that level, you pass the level. Plain and simple, right? Well, it's not always simple because as you get past the checkpoints, uh, Dr. Fetus keeps throwing more and more environmental hazards in there, and it's the levels do get frustratingly hard after a while. You're gonna die a lot, and just wait till you get to the boss fight, which for each world, to get to the boss fight, you have to complete a certain amount of stages first to unlock the boss fight. You don't have to play every level in every world, but like I think there's like 20 levels per world, and I think in the first world you only have to complete 14 stages, which is I would suggest just playing all of them just for practice. I mean, because once you get to the boss fights, the boss fight levels are pretty intense. It gets nuts. But yeah, this game is crazy, and I just love it. And that's pretty much the game. I didn't hit on music. The music is done by Ridiculon, who did the music back in Super Meat Boy Forever. Uh, the music is good. It's crazy good. It fits the puzzle gameplay for this quite well as it does the previous games. uh, if you look at the soundtrack, a lot of the track names are pretty hilarious too, like Utter Catastrophe, and there's some other ones too. But yeah, the music is really really good. It fits this very well. Um, Something else. The game is priced right too. I think it's $9.99 on all platforms, and it's priced right in my opinion. It's $10, and people are complaining that this is too much. It's too expensive. Like, are you kidding me? $10, and it has a lot of levels. It has a lot of replay value. Like, you can go back and you can get a ranking on the levels, and I think there's an achievement to get a plus ranking on all levels, and that's gonna take a lot of work because you have to beat the par times on the levels, and I only was able to do a few, and I was like, damn, I'm pretty good at puzzle games, but this one's fun, and I would say give it a try if you love puzzle games, especially for those of you who know what Puyo Puyo is and you like that type of game. Give this one a try. It's basically Puyo Puyo with environmental hazards, and you got the team meat humor in here, which is outstanding as usual. The only thing against this game is it gets hard, but you got unlimited lives, and once you learn some of the levels and the gameplay mechanics, you should do fine. But for some people, I think the difficulty level will be off-putting to some people, not all. And yeah, I've rambled on enough. Try the demo. I think there's a demo on Steam. Uh, this game has a lot of humor in it. Team Meat, the art style is great. The humor is outstanding. It all fits nicely. The music, everything. Um, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this a solid 8. 8 meats. Yeah, I'm giving it an 8. I think the difficulty. Some people might not like it. And for people saying that this is like Tetris, your gamer card's revoked. I'm just gonna say it, your gamer card is revoked. Oh, this is like Tetris. No, the fuck it's not. Learn your gaming history. Uh, but yeah, I'm giving this a solid 8. It's fun, and it has a lot of replay value. I think there's over 100 levels. Uh, I think there's should be a demo on several platforms, so just give it a try. And it's priced right, man. $9.99, $10. Give it a try. You'll love it. You might get frustrated in it sometimes, but it's addictive, and you'll have fun playing it. And you know what? If you've never played any of the Meat Boy series before, and you're having fun with this, go try Super Meat Boy and go try Super Meat Boy Forever, and that would give you plenty of gaming time. But yeah, that's it for this one. That's it, man. Get out of here. It's the weekend. Go do something.